Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage and welcome back to another tool haul video. Today I purchased a whole lot of tools from my buddy Steve. He's a vendor over at the Elephant's Trunk Flea Market in New Milford, Connecticut. I go there pretty much every single Sunday. They're open every Sunday except for bad weather days in the spring, summer, and fall. Steve hit me up. He wanted to meet me somewhere and sell me a bunch of tools, and I said, yeah, why not? So I basically bought everything that he brought. We'll go over the price at the end of the video, but I was especially excited about what's in this bag. This is something, I've never seen it before. I can't find it online. I think it's super cool. You're gonna wanna see it, and we're gonna get to that. But first, let's jump in and take a look at what we got. First up, we have a 4-piece set of Proto Professional double open wrenches, black oxide. These things are practically almost new, very light use on them, they're in great shape. We have the 1 7/16 by 1 3/8, 1 5/16 by 1 1/4, 1 1/8 by 1 1/16, and 1 inch by 15/16. A nice big jumbo set. That's pretty awesome. Next up, we have this Specialty Craftsman Ratchet set. These are the Ratchet wrenches, SAE. These are USA made. They are the inverted V series. So what's different about these than a regular double box ratchet wrench? So if you all know, you're using a double box ratcheting wrench without a reversible, and sometimes you can get stuck. So these have a special mechanism in them that Craftsman tried out. I don't think it really took off, but what you got is you have movement here. So you're allowed to slip and kind of go back a little bit. Kind of helps you get out of a tight spot. But with that, you get a little bit of kind of this just sloppy, chunky gear to it. Kind of cool. You know, it's something they tried. They did it on this, you know, I think this one series of wrench. If you guys have experience with those, let me know what you think about them. I think they're cool. We got them on the original wrench rack. You know, it's just something different. Next up, Craftsman New Old Stock. This 2-piece plier set. These are the black handle Western Forge. We have a slip joint and a needle nose plier in the vinyl pouch. Pouch is a little bit beat up and dirty, but when you see these pliers, man, you're gonna say, wow, that is really awesome. Take a look at the condition on those. Nice and preserved, no rust. You can see the full logos. Handles even have like a little bit of a light gloss to them. These are really awesome in the original pouch. That is cool. I don't even know where Steve found those, but he's good at finding tools, I gotta tell you. Next up is another New Old Stock plier. This is a Crescent. This is the 9W-SCV. These are the extended leverage bent handle design 9-inch lineman's pliers. USA made in the original package. Next up, we have New Old Stock, but with kind of condition issues. So this is the SAE and the Metric. They're both 7-piece swivel socket sets for SAE, the 6-point. You can see they're in pretty good shape, but there's a little bit of rust going on. These are probably in a bad environment. I don't know what happened to the package down here. Probably cut it off. You can see on the back, looks like we might have some mold. So I'm probably just going to extract these from the package, clean them up. But you know, they're not used, so they're really nice, and they're USA made Husky too, the good old stuff. 2 New Old Stock Eastco adjustable wrenches. These things are beautiful. This is the 10-inch, and below us is the 6-inch. And these are made in Japan. But these things are squeaky clean, super smooth, really awesome. And I'm a big adjustable wrench guy. Got some mystery. We're going to have to get back to that though. We'll do that at the end of today's video. We have 3 more adjustable wrenches. Steve knows I'm a Proto Los Angeles collector, so he got me the 712S, the Los Angeles model. No markings on the back on these, just the 12-inch. We have a 708SL, so that is the Proto Click Stop. So this one is the Click Stop Proto, 8-inch. And then we have the Utica Select-A-Lock patented 8-inch locking adjustable. So this is your normal motion, then you swing this down, and now this will not swivel unless you kind of really force it. But that's your locking ability on that. That was Utica's take on the locking adjustable. Down in the corner here we have some variety, but also the same. So this is a 3/8 drive T-handle breaker bar with the None Better logo. Here's a 3/8 drive T-handle breaker bar with the New Britain logo. And here's the same thing with the Craftsman underline logo. I don't know if you guys see that, but don't those all look the same? And that's because they were all made by the same exact manufacturer. So this is the Craftsman BE series. Sometimes you'll see these similar looking tools with the Circle H. Steve gave me these with this ratchet and all these sockets. So the ratchet has got the same style knurling and steel, and this is the None Better design. But you will find these ratchets look exactly the same, but with Husky, New Britain, Craftsman. There might even be other brands. If you guys know, let me know. But somebody was making all these for all these brands all at the same time. And then we got the sockets. So somebody went in at one point and messed around with these. As you can see, this is all dirty, but you can see these grinder marks. So somebody took off the branding on like a lot of these. This one's still got the Husky logo on it. This one was a Craftsman. Somebody took the grinder to it, but in here I can just barely read half of the Craftsman name. And right here I can see the Circle H logo, but still grinded off a little bit. So I'm not sure who did that and why, but we have all the brands, the None Better. There's New Britain, Craftsman in here. Here's a Craftsman. All 3/8 drive, 2 swivels. What I'm going to do is I'm a collector of these old Craftsman ones, so I'm probably going to add all these to my collection. Use them as space holders for now because a lot of them have those grinder marks. It's a shame, but they are old and you never know what somebody was doing back then. Craftsman 1/4-inch drive breaker bar. The Flying V. We got the Wizard 3/8 drive breaker bar, the H2764. That one's pretty nice for an old Wizard. Got a T-handle breaker bar 1/2 inch, the W39 Plum. That's pretty cool. Got another Plum here. This is a Ratchet. So there's the Plum logo. Got the selector switch, kind of upside down to your standard look. Nice, really good action on that. That's a nice ratchet. Made in USA, WF21. Got a foreign-made Sears ratchet. It's a Taiwan model. Flex head, 3/8 drive. Actually not a bad ratchet, gotta be honest. We got 3 SK ratchets. So we have the SK Diamond logo 3/8 drive, the SK Diamond logo 1/2 inch drive. These are both the round head ratchet. And then the SK Wayne 1/2 inch drive. This one's in absolute excellent shape. Works amazing too. This one is lightly used. Then we got one more ratchet, the monster of them all, Craftsman 3/4 inch drive. Definitely used, but still a good ratchet. This is a Flying V series. You know, these things had a low gear count, that's for sure. But they were meant for heavy duty work, and they were meant to be strong and last a long time. Got a set of Soltis wrenches. Steve just brought it, and like I said, I bought everything, so I came home with these. These are just marked Taiwan. They're SAE, 6-piece set. So I don't really need them. Like I said, it kind of just came with the deal. But hey, you know, they're good wrenches. I'll find somebody who can use them. Got some ratcheting wrenches down here. Double box set, 5-piece set by Powercraft. So these are the Powercraft 100s. Pretty much almost new old stock. Very light use on these. Really nice set. So there's 5 pieces there. Makes a nice little thing for somebody if you're a Powercraft collector for the Ward's tools. We got some Craftsman. These two are just miscellaneous SAE double box ratchet wrenches. But on the bottom, we have a 5-piece set of the metric with the crown logo. So that's pretty cool. They're all matching. Nice complete set there. I got some 8-point sockets. They're all Craftsman. These two on the top are some of the newer style with the part numbers. I got a V series and a G series. But this 5-piece on the bottom is a nice consecutive set of the flying V. So we have from 1/2 inch up to 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch drive. We got a bunch of random wrenches he bought me. I asked him just bring some interesting stuff, so this is some of the stuff he pulled out for me. This first one here is a KD, looks like a brake bleeding wrench, 7/16 by 3/8. 7/16 to 12-point, 3/8 is a 6-point. We have a Fairmount, 11/16 offset double angle, double open. Got a Bonnie, 5/8 combination wrench. This one is it's a topic to talk about. We have a Billings with a very strange angle on it. So this is marked with the standard 1166 part number. And I was talking to Nick about it, and I said, you know, it looks like somebody did a really good job on this, but was this factory? I'm not sure. The end is also slimmed down, and you can see some grinder marks on there. But it almost looks like it has a chrome finish on it. And the bends look very, very professional. So I don't know if this was either done in a factory, they customized this wrench for their particular use and did a really nice job at it, or if this was actually contracted from Billings and they made a batch of them and sent them to some company for a specific reason. But it doesn't have a specialty part number on it. Cornwell, 9/16 combination. This is an old Sabina, Ohio Mac C10, the 13/16 combination. Got a Blue Point 11/16 stubby combination wrench. Got another Blue Point. This is the Supreme double open, 3/4 by 7/8. Got a Blackhawk tappet wrench, 1/2 inch by 7/16. Got a Proto with the Pebble logo, 3/8 open end kind of line wrench, 12-point. It's got some kind of laser etched logo on here. I see that sometimes on military tools, so this possibly was a United States military issue. It also has engraved in here another set of like inventory or some kind of numbers on it, so very possible that this was military. Paw lock, haven't had one of these. It's like a speed wrench with this spring mechanism here, made in USA. I think it's a 1/2 inch. This is a Thorson half moon wrench, 7/16 by 1/2 inch. And then we have two little Proto ignition wrenches there. A couple of miscellaneous things over here. Got the Craftsman, this ignition gauge, you know, feeler gauges, spark plug gappers, USA made. This is the all-weather Master T. So this was made by Champion, and it's a CT441, and it's a 3/4 inch 12-point, and this is for aircraft spark plugs. Went on eBay, saw one listed in new old stock condition for $150. Steve was saying, oh, you know, I saw one listed online for like $120. I was looking, I've seen them sell for as low as $30 to $40, but it's kind of all over the place, so it could be a good thing, but we'll see what happens. Threadwell die holder, number 80. Nice large size on there. Very good condition, well-made tool. And then we got some pliers. We have two pairs of vice grips. We have the New Britain AW111 curved jaw vice grips. The Craftsman Circle I straight jaw vice grips. We got a pair of Craftsman Professional Auto Lock pliers, followed by a pair of Craftsman Professional Robo Grip pliers. Then we have double line Craftsman, looks like a Circle P battery terminal pliers. And then we have a New Britain snap ring pliers. Then we have two different Craftsman double line drum brake adjusting pry bars, 2 ball peen hammers. This one here is a fiberglass handle Dunlop, and this one here is a wood handle Craftsman. Then we got some bigger items over here. Steve's been pushing these on me for a while, and I told him, you know, see if you can sell them at the flea market. You know, I don't really need them. What these are is these are bandsaw blades. They come in 100-foot rolls, and if you have a bandsaw blade welder, you can just cut and reattach your own blades and fix your blade, you know, replace your blade for a pretty reasonable price. We do not have a bandsaw blade welder. We want to buy one, but they're expensive. So we might hold on to these. We do have a couple other rolls of this stuff that we've gotten before, and maybe one day we'll get that bandsaw blade welder. But I also might just put them for sale online. Steve gave me a good enough deal on them where I could sell them online, get my money back, and make a little bit. He had trouble selling them at the market, so he was just looking to get rid of them. And then another thing he was looking to pass on is the Stanley number 400. These are the frame vices. So they have the swivel base, but they also have a tilt feature. So you can tilt them. You can bolt them down to your workbench. It's probably the best thing for them. This one is a newer model, and I know that because it has the 19-400 part number, whereas the older one was just the number 400. They're both basically the same. This one's probably a little bit heavier, just because it's older. It's got a little bit heavier duty casting. And they're both in good working shape. So Steve was just tired of knocking them around and bringing them back and forth to the flea market. So I told him I'd give him the best price I could on them. And now the moment some of you guys are waiting for. What's in the goodie bag? So Steve is the one that a couple months back I bought this from him. He found it in an estate sale. This is a Craftsman 3/4 drive ratchet, but it differs from the standard model over here, which is like a 5-6 pounder. This one's like a 2-pounder. This is made with an aluminum body. And upon looking it up, couldn't find anything on this part number, the V44801. Couldn't find anything online, no forums, nothing. Eventually I got talking to Gearwolf, who's a serious Craftsman researcher and writing a book about Craftsman tools, especially ratchets. He says he's seen it before. I sent it out to him. He says it's the best one he's ever seen, though. So he got pictures and videos for his work, his research. It's still part of my Craftsman collection to this day because it's rare. Nobody knows what it is, at least not a lot of people. So Steve brought this to the market. Now this is another Craftsman ratchet. This one's 3/8 drive. It's got this smooth handle to it. Very nice, cool looking logo. Round head, does have a quick release feature on it. Sounds like a nice fine tooth in here. Based on the condition on here, it looks like it's never even been used. Looks like it's knocked around a toolbox for a little bit because we do have some of the scratching here on this copper switch lever on it, or a copper plated lever, however they make them. It's part number 44988, V-Series USA. I can't find a single thing on this. I contacted Gearwolf and he is interested in taking a look at it, so I'm probably going to send it out to him. But it's in immaculate shape. It is something that I can't find anything online. If anybody has seen this before, leave a comment down below. I'm looking for information on it. It is just cool. It is wild. It's just different. It doesn't look like a standard Craftsman ratchet for sure. So that is the haul today. Price paid. Said make an offer on the entire trunk. We ended up settling on $750. Now you got to remember, Steve is a seller at the flea market, and he sure knows his tools. And he has spent a lot of time visiting estate sales, picking a lot of this stuff up with a lot of other stuff. So he's given me the chance to kind of do some of the premium picks. He kind of brought me a selection that I did actually like. A lot of this stuff is going to end up on the eBay store. This ratchet is something that I'm going to hold on to for now. I'm going to research it. I'm going to give Gearwolf a chance to do his research on it, so that may end up on the eBay store at some point along with the aluminum ratchet. I'm still kind of debating whether or not they belong in my collection or if I want to pass them on to somebody else, let somebody else enjoy it, because they are just that rare and unique. You guys got to let me know what you think your favorite find of the day is. For me, I got a couple. Obviously, the unique Ratchet is really cool, but I am a big collector of these older series Craftsman stuff, so this is kind of going to help me put the socket sets together, even though they're grounded, and some of them are different brands. At least I have some space holders. And I'm actually kind of pretty excited to clean up the 3/4 Flying V Ratchet. I'm going to try to see how clean I can get this one, because it's been around for a long time. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.